Guys, this is Eve with Scrapbooking with me, and we're going to do something a little bit different today. It seems that everywhere I look lately, everybody is doing ATC cards, and I actually received quite a few of the ATC cards from the last Made It Con that we had, and I needed a place to store them. I've had them just in my drawer, and I wanted a place to store them and display them where I could see everything, where they wouldn't get damaged and that kind of thing, because I absolutely love them. A lot of our friends gave us these. This one come from Robin at the Made It Con in Tennessee in September 2018. I love how they put all that information on there. Lets me know who gave it to me, where I got it, that kind of thing. And I haven't made any of these, but I think I'm going to start. They're starting to look really interesting to me. But I didn't get any on the cruise that I know of. But anytime you see me at one of the Made It Cons or whatever, if you want to give me some of these, I am now making a place to store them. And I'm going to show you how this is done in case you want to make one of these. Alright, you're going to need 2 pieces of chipboard. Now, if you don't have chipboard, you can double up on cardstock, glue some cardstock together, or you can use cereal boxes, anything like that. This is just some scrap pieces of chipboard that I had. And you're going to need to cut them at 3.5 by 4.5, 2 pieces. Now, all of these measurements will be on my blog, so don't worry about writing anything down unless you just want to. And you'll have to excuse my voice. I'm still losing it from time to time, but I've got to get back to doing some videos. I miss them. Okay. So what I'm going to cover these with is the new paper from Graphic 45 that I think is absolutely the prettiest paper they have ever done. And this is the Bloom collection. We have this in, and look at that. Is that not beautiful? I love these colors together. Love all of this. And if you're not a big fan of the busy part, use these backs. The back is not a busy at all. But I think this is beautiful. So we're going to be using some of this. And of course it's talking about flowers and blooming where you grow and that kind of thing. And I love that saying, bloom where you are planted. I think I said bloom where you grow, but it's bloom where you are planted. So that's the papers. We do have it in this is the 8x8. We have it in the 12x12, and then the solid stripes and solids as well, or solids and stripes. So I'm going to use this piece. This little piece is cut at 4 inches by 5 inches. So you're going to need 2 of those, one for the back and one for the front. And then I am just going to put some adhesive down right here and glue this down. And I'm just going to use some of my score tape to make it quick and easy. Like I said, all of these measurements will be over on my blog. So just go over there and you can see the photos and also see the measurements and that kind of thing. Now when I put score tape on to cover, I just put all around the edges and then a couple right up the middle. And usually that's enough. So we're going to go ahead and do that on the back as well. Now I went ahead and punched my holes in the back because I was playing around with something. I'm just going to lay this down. The up and down part is going to be the longest part. So let's see. I think I'll flip it over this way. That way I can kind of center it up. You're just going to have a little bit left on all edges to fold over. So just press it down like that. And what you want to do is take your scoring tool and you want to go around the edges and score that so it'll fold up really well. You're breaking down those fibers, or you can rock it like this. Just take it and rock it if you want to. That does the same thing. that's a little bit easier for you, do that. Okay, I'm going to flip that over again and just kind of center it up where I have a little bit left on all sides to fold over, and press that down. And then again, I'm going to take my scoring tool and just score around the edges. Now we want to cut these corners, and what you want to do is cut your corner and leave about 1/8 of an inch or a scissors width from the tip of the chipboard out. So don't cut it too short. If you do, your chipboard's going to show. And I cut mine at just a little bit of an angle. Kind of like that. So we'll do that on both of them. Now, if you want more to wrap around than this, then just cut your paper a little bit wider. Instead of cutting it at, what did we say? We said 4. Instead of cutting it at 4, cut it at 4.5 and 5.5. And that would give you a little bit more to wrap around. But I think this is going to be fine for me, hopefully. And I'm going to use some score tape in the 1/8 inch. Put down here. Now, I've had a lot of people message me and tell me that when they wrap their chipboard, they get cracks in their paper. The reason that you do your scoring down the edge is to break those fibers down so that you won't have that cracking. So just make sure that you score and then bend a lot and that kind of thing on your paper to break the fibers down so that you won't have that cracking going on. As long as you do that, then your paper shouldn't crack. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold that over just like that. And see, that makes it press down really well. So I just take it and push it really hard against my table and fold it over. And it makes that catch on there and fold down well. And then do the same thing on the ends. So that is what you have right there. See how nice and neat those corners look? And then I take, because my corners are a little pointy and I don't like that pointiness, I take and just tap my corners on my desk, and it makes that corner where it's not so pointed so that it's really not out to tear open or anything. Still leaves you a really nice corner. So let's do this one. So just fold it over and down. There's our nice corners again. I'm just going to peck them. And there is our front and back cover made. Now we're going to cover the inside. And before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and punch my holes in here. So all I'm going to do is just put that right over. Does anybody have the same problem I do with these things? They will not stay cleaned out. Alright, now to put my holes in here, what I did is I come in 1 inch from the end and 3/8 of an inch from the edge. So 1 inch from each end and 3/8 from the edge to make my holes. And then we're going to lay this one up against that one and mark it and do the same thing here. Just make sure you got it good and even. So there is our front and our back covers done. All we have to do now is just cover the inside. And so I have cut another piece of paper, and this one is cut at, and like I said, again, I will have all of these measurements on my blog, so don't worry about writing anything down. This is cut at 3.5, just shy of 3.5, and just shy of 4.5. And the reason I say just shy is because you don't want it to go over, but you want it to come just as close as it will, like that, so that it'll cover up all of those raw edges. And I'm going to use my glitter glue on this to put this down. So just cut it just shy of 3.5 and just shy of 4.5. I put it at 3.5 and then just backed it off about 1/16 of an inch, something like that. And see, that gives you a nice cover on the inside. And then we're going to do this one the same way. It's the same size. So there you go. You've got your front and your back covered. Now we just need to punch those holes again. And since you have your holes showing from the front, just line it back up, punch through. So I'm actually going to use some of these bright green eyelets, and they're kind of a square eyelet. I think that's cute. See if I can get them lined up here. Make sure I have my punch on the right thing. There we go. I think that's cute. And then we'll put 2 on the back. Okay, now we have our front and our back covers made. So now it's time to make the little pockets that we're going to put our ATC cards in. And you're going to need some pieces. And I'm using just some kind of a gray looking paper that I have. You can use scraps, you can use whatever. This is cut at 7 inches by 4. So what you're going to do is put it on the 7-inch side, and you're going to score at 1/2 inch, at 3.5, and at 6.5. So 1/2, 3.5, and 6.5. You're going to do that on every one of them. And then you're just going to fold it in half, fold these back. So once you fold it like that, see these are folded back and that's folded in the center. Then you're going to take your glue and you're going to put a little bit of glue on each end. Just make sure you put it right at the end on these little tabs right here. Then you're just going to press those down. Make sure that they catch really well. And I would use wet glue because it will dry and it won't grab a hold of your cards when you put them in there. Then on the inside of this, I cut some sheets that are 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. And then I just used a little decorative edge punch to punch the edges. You can see that. There we go. You can leave them square or you can use just a corner rounder, whatever you have. It doesn't matter. This is for you to actually journal on if you want to. I'll show you how all of these go together in just a second. Because I like to journal on it, you know, tell where I got it, who gave it to me, and if they didn't put all their information on the back, put their information on there, where I was, when I got it, if I was teaching classes, that kind of thing. Okay, there we go. So we covered both sides of that, and then that's going to fold up just like that, and I'll show you how the ATC cards are going to go in there. They're going to slide in just like that. You can still slide them out so that you can see the back, but they're going to slide in just like that. And then you would flip it over and slide another one in right there, and it holds nice. As you can see, they're nice and tight. And then you can write all kinds of goodies in here about the person who gave it to you. All right, I'm going to slide these back out for just a second. And I have made quite a few of these. I clipped them together because I was gluing them so fast. And I've gone ahead and punched my holes, so I'm just going to line this up with that one to punch my hole in there. we've got all the holes punched. We have all of the sheets put on the inside. And now it's just time to put everything together. So all we're going to do is we're going to fold these up just like that. Fold them with your cardstock, your white cardstock on the inside. Now the way I measured to put these holes in here is I just held it up on here. Let me show you. I just held it up on here and then kind of evened it out from top to bottom and then measured my holes, marked them that way. So that's how I did that. So then we have some rings here. Look at all these put together. Now I've got some big rings. I wanted to do the big ones because I plan on adding this full. Hopefully, if I get more. There we go. And I'm not going to clip it yet. I'm going to put the back on there. Make sure I got both sides the right way up. Now I'm putting it together like this with these big rings. You can keep adding pages. You can add bigger rings and just keep going until you fill this up. Or make another one if you don't want to put any more on here. Now I'm going to go ahead and put my cards in here. Oh, I forgot one. I forgot one, so I will add it in a little bit. But I'm going to go ahead and put these cards in here. This one is from, let's see who this one's from. Nita Smith. So that's from Miss Nita. So this one is from Donna Cooper. She has her state on there. You see that fits just right through there. And then let's see who this one's from. This one is from, this is the Pigeon Forge. This one is from Margie. That is from our sweet friend Margie. And Margie has not been feeling well, so y'all keep her in your prayers. That one I glued a little bit too much. There we go. So, and then I can write about, you know, the Pigeon Forge in Tennessee there, and then all of that there about Donna. This one about Nita. And then I'm going to put another one right here. This one is from, who is this one from? This one's from Margie too. She gave me two of them. So that one's from Margie. And if you glued a little bit too much like I did, just run a little tool in there and then it, there we go. It goes in there just fine. And then this one is from Robin. That one right there. And then we're going to flip it over. Make sure I'm putting these in the right way, yeah. This one is from Eileen Clark, Rochester, New York. And this was at the Pigeon Forge in Tennessee. And this one is from Barbara Stevens from Florida. Isn't that pretty? And let's see. This one is from Madonna Friedman. And this was at the Pigeon Forge in Tennessee. This was at Pigeon Forge in Tennessee, and it was at the Made It Con. This one is 2018 Made It Con, and it's from Edna Wray. She's got balls on hers, so we're going to put that right there. And I think that's all that I have, I believe. I think that's all that I have at this point. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to take just a few of these pieces of bling, and they're almost in that same color of the paper, because you know I have to add bling to it. I'm going to put my bling on there, and I'm just going to put it on the ones that I've already got cards in so far. And then later, when I put more cards in, when you guys send me more cards, I will add the bling to those pages. I had never before been interested in ATCs, but I don't know, when you guys started giving them to me, something just clicked. I love seeing where you're from and all of that. I love it. Love having it as memorabilia from where we all met up. And see, you can take these out if you want to write on them. If you don't want to leave them in here and write on them, you can always take them out and redo. Okay, the rest of these are kind of big, so I think I'm going to grab some different ones and finish up. I don't want them too big. We'll go with some of these white ones, or cream colored ones. We'll put some of these on here. Now, when I get more ATCs, I can add more of my pages in here, because I'm going to keep a ton of these pages. And I forgot one. This one is from Dale Haney. I got this one in September 2018 as well. So let's see. I think I've got one more spot back here. I'll put that right there. There we go. And then as I get more, I can just add more pages and add a bigger ring on there, because I've got tons of pages made, or I can just make me another cover and have another one going. You see, I've got all of these pages already made, ready to go. The only thing I think I'm going to put on the front, because I like all of this, is I'm going to put this little sign that it says, "All things grow with love." And I'm just going to put that on the front. I'm going to bend this just a little bit. Make a little, it looks like a little flying banner. So I'm just bending it in the middle, and then bending it down on the ends to put it kind of like that. And then I'm just going to run that right across there. And then of course we have to have a piece of bling on there. So there's my little ATC book, and I can't wait to get more and put more in here and just keep filling this up, and then eventually have to make another one, that kind of thing. I'm going to write a bunch of things in here about all you guys who gave me these, and that is it. That's how simple it is. And before we go, I told you last night that I would have a giveaway on the video today, so we're going to have this giveaway. This is from Arteza. I got these coloring books. They're 48 pages, and they're mostly of flowers and greenery, that kind of thing. Branches, all different kinds of things in here. So I'm going to give one of these away. I'm also going to leave the link below, and if you want to purchase one of these, they're just $9.99, and I think I have a discount code for them. But these are brand new to Arteza. We've not had these in before. So let's see, how am I going to give this away? Okay, all I'm going to do is just, all you need to do is leave a comment below letting me know if you would like to receive this coloring book, and then also let me know if you plan on making one of these little ATC books. And that is it. And I will draw from random comments. I'll let the random comments pick the winner. So we'll have one winner for this. And I plan on doing quite a few giveaways from now until we reach that 100,000 mark, where we're going to be giving that Cricut Maker away. So keep watching all of the videos. Make sure you click that little bell. Sometimes I may not tell you ahead of time that we're going to have a giveaway. I may just decide to do it right in the middle of the video. So just make sure that you keep watching. Alright guys, that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Click that little bell so that you'll be notified when we put up new videos. And we will talk to you guys later. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.